Good morning. It's currently 5:30. In about 6 we're gonna be picked up to go to Hidroeléctrica. And then we're gonna walk to Aguas Calientes, and tomorrow we're gonna be visiting Machu Picchu. We've made it to Hidroeléctrica. From here it's about 2 hours walking to Aguas Calientes. The bus here took, I don't know, like 4 hours, maybe 5, and it was only $20 return instead of 180 for the train. So this is definitely the cheaper option, but that's okay. So now we hike 2 hours to Aguas Calientes. So we've made it to Aguas Calientes. The way to get here is, there's different ways you can go about it. You can take a train, but when we looked online for the dates that we wanted to go, the train here and back would have been 180 euros, which is not in our budget. So what we decided to do is book a bus, and you can book a bus in Cusco, which will take you to it's not really a town, to a place called Hidroeléctrica. I think that's how you pronounce it. From there you have to hike for 2 hours, but it's not really a hike. Like, the first part is flat, the first like 500 meters, and then you have to go up a little bit, a few stairs, but once you reach the top of the stairs it's just flat. And then you get to the train station here in Aguas Calientes, and you basically have to walk towards town, which is a little bit uphill, but it's not too bad. So they say it takes 2 hours, took us 3, including photos and stuff. You do walk beside the train track, so sometimes when the train passes you have to step aside, but it's a very, very beautiful trail, and it's not that hard to hike. It just takes a while, but it saves you a lot of money, because the bus from Cusco to Hidroeléctrica and back, tomorrow we're going back, is $20 per person. And then once we got here, we booked a bus for tomorrow morning to Machu Picchu and back, which is 24, 25 euros return. And it will take you from here to Machu Picchu and back. You can hike, but we decided not to. We have entrance tickets between 6 and 7, so they said to take the first bus and get there at 5. I think we're gonna aim for at least 4:30 to get there, because it's very much first come, first serve. So if there's a very, very long line, and it takes about 35 to 40 minutes from here to the entrance of Machu Picchu by bus. So the worst case scenario is we won't get there before 7, and we can't enter because we have entrance tickets between 6 and 7 a.m. So we're definitely gonna aim for early, but we have to hike back to Hidroeléctrica tomorrow, and then make sure we get there at 2. So I think we have to leave at 11, which means we should leave Machu Picchu at 10. which gives us about 3 to 4 hours at Machu Picchu. But I think, like, I don't mind the way we're doing it, but if you've got a time out, say, and you want to spend longer at Machu Picchu, spend another night here in Aguas Calientes and go back the next day. Or book the train, but that's too expensive for us. But the last bus back is at 2, so we didn't really have a choice. But I think we're gonna call it a day, and we're gonna go to Machu Picchu tomorrow, which is very exciting. Good morning. It is currently, I think it's just 4 o'clock. I think we're gonna aim to be at the bus at 4:30. I have no idea if we'll be early or late. First bus goes at 5, but or 5:30. I'm not sure. But online, I read that pre-COVID you had to be very early. I don't know if it's different now, but today we are going to Machu Picchu. I hope we'll make the bus. So let's get going. It's so cold, but everybody's hiking. We're the only one at the bus stop at the moment. I think we're going to be very early, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of people at the entrance because people are hiking to the top. Honestly, I was not, like, I didn't want to be the first one in. I was just worried about getting the bus because we have entrance tickets between 6 and 7 a.m. and I thought if there's a long line here, like, I wanted to make the entrance before 7 a.m, preferably at 6. But I think getting the first bus out, even if there's hikers there before us, we should be able to get in. Very excited. I really hope it's not foggy. That would suck. You don't go for the iconic view, but you kind of go for the iconic view. But we're just gonna continue waiting and then go to Machu Picchu. So here's where things started to get a little bit interesting. While I was filming the previous clip, my friend felt a little bit unwell and looked for a bathroom at the bus station. We took a bus up to the entrance to Machu Picchu, and the entire time my friend was saying, "Oh, I don't feel good, I think I'm gonna throw up." So once we got to Machu Picchu, I stood in line and my friend found one of the bushes to just throw up in. Here's the deal. The night before we had a pizza. I took a different pizza than she did, but she had raw ham and salad on top, and we are fairly certain that that is the cause of her food poisoning. So the entire time in Machu Picchu, she was, I kind of want to say miserable, like she was in good spirits. She was an absolute trooper. Like, we tried to make the most of the day. We were just laughing it up. Like, seriously, kudos to her for keeping a positive attitude. She had every right to be miserable, but we just tried to make the most of it, even though she wasn't feeling too good. And yeah, we went to Machu Picchu.
So as we decided to hike back, my friend still didn't feel too good, and I think we stopped about 5-6 times on the way back for her to just find one of the bushes and throw up in. I do want to put a big disclaimer here. I did ask her if I could put the footage in, and she said it was okay. So like, it's totally okay with her that this is up on the internet. She even made TikToks about this, so don't worry about it. She's cool with it. But it was definitely one of the most memorable experiences we've had on the trip, and I genuinely think that when things don't go right, but you keep a positive attitude, it's all fine. Like, she did not feel good. I started to feel not as bad as her, but like both had stomach issues going on. I think just laughing it off together was what made it work.